EAS Charter stands for Executive Air Services, and the license and the certification I have is from the federal government, which is an FAA certificate giving me the license to fly people from point A to point B to basically quantify their two most important assets, people and time. But for our industry, we slowed down. We stopped in April of 2020 like everybody else. But once restrictions started to lift and travel started to be more abundant, the airlines still had the inconveniences, and our industry of private travel exploded. People realized that through COVID that the aviation industry, much less private aviation, had an advantage that continues to be over the airlines 10-1 from a geographical standpoint. So what does that mean? That the airlines have access to only 500 designated commercial airports. We have 5,000 general aviation airports plus their 500 airports. So a 10-1 advantage, which we will always have. And it's nothing against the airlines, it's just it's always been that way. That Formula One, now that they signed a 10-year agreement to have that pretty much world-class event in Miami for the next 10 years, says everything about what Miami's always been. The gateway of the Americas, you know, multiverse, multicultural, multi-artistic, you know, obviously with our Basel that we normally have, and having the complement of the lifestyle that we have in Miami between private aviation, beautiful cars like this, Formula One racing, and sunshine. It's, you know, it's a recipe for a beautiful, beautiful weekend. So what we have behind us is the Cirrus Vision Jet SF50. It's a single-engine jet, light, very light jet, with its own BRS system, which means it has its own parachute, which Cirrus pioneered that with their single-engine piston airplanes. And we've been fortunate to actually put this one on our certificate for charter. And it's now an airplane that we originally desired in the beginning, because EAS was famous for having up to 15 airplanes, Gulfstreams as far as large cabin airplanes, mid-sized planes like Challengers and XL, Citation XLs and Citation 10s, and the light jets like Beach Jets like we have now. So now we've been basically focusing on the very light jet, and the mid-size market, and doing maintenance for the heavy jets for friends of ours in the charter business. What we have next to us is the lovely Porsche 911 2021 Speedster, and I should say 2022 as I'm told, and it was compliments of the Concourse Club, which is a very exclusive club here at Opa-locka that's been, I think they have almost 200 plus members, very exclusive and pretty much oversubscribed, and they've been not only a catalyst for the airport to be complementary to the luxury market that we serve, as far as those that fly privately, but also those that have collection of cars that have them waiting for them when they do land privately. Formula One adds a new opportunity, not only with the Concourse Club, which I'm sure we're going to be hosting parties, us having the relationship of flying people to and from into Miami for the Formula One event for the next 10 years, hopefully, and the expansion of EAS, because we used to have over 20 acres of facility. Now we have 40,000 square feet of hangar space for the charter company, which might not seem a lot, but as an independent owner of a charter company, we have 1 out of 3 hangars that are up to 13,000 square feet, including this one that we built 7-8 years ago that can hold a Boeing business jet, that between the 3 hangars, 40,000 square feet, we can house 10 airplanes and give us the opportunity, Executive Air Services, EAS, to scale up and also partner with what's to come with the jet business out of London, which is one of the most exclusive showrooms for aircraft sales pioneered by Steve Arsana. So thank you, Jonathan. Please follow us on Instagram, EAS Charter. plus EASCharter.com. Something in our Instagram for the beach house that we mentioned down in the Keys, for those of you that want to get away and don't want to drive down to the Keys but want to get there with up to 8 people in a Cessna Caravan for a week, maybe 2, maybe a month. And I thank you for staying tuned.